today will not be about croissants. Today, I'll take you on an adventure through some of the less known parts of the center of Kyiv. From half-abandoned buildings, through destroyed tanks, to more luxurious Orthodox churches. And we'll find out why Ukrainians can't say the number 40. Welcome to Ukraine. So it's very safe to have in the center. In reality of Ukraine, they have a thing for marketing of mobilization. I'll take you to a square where Ukrainian forces bring destroyed Russian tanks and missiles as kind of trophies. And while it does seem like there's not much going on here in Kyiv, this is their way to remind people that the war is very much real. Is it working?
It's like when priest is...
Yeah, I guess that's what happens if you let people write anything they want on the tanks. But I have to say, it was very empowering to see this in real life, standing there right in front of you. Oh yeah, and by the way, Kyiv has an island. There's a part of the city and there's a part of the city. There's an island with beaches. Apparently there's nothing on there, only beaches, and in summer you can actually take a swim where you go swimming.
And here is Tarzanka. Like you're going from here.
That little thing, you can go all the way to the other side of the river. Oh.
And during the summer we have bungee jumping on this.
There was one bridge in Bratislava where somebody made the bungee jumping, kind of. And the next year we only, probably illegally, because we saw the next year there was a sign like, don't jump from the bridge with a rope. We're like, what?
Here it's legally.
Okay, so stick around, maybe next year I'll try to slide over. Maybe a year after the war. But if you decide to go too, check out this red bridge on your way and make some great, lovely, romantic Vogue photos. If you ever see this camouflage around, just know that they are made from recycled fabrics by volunteers. Kinda cool.
Маскувальна сітка.
And after we left the red bridge, guess what? It's another bridge time. Sorry. Okay, no. Let me add some glass now. Literally. Because in 2022, a Russian rocket hit this bridge.
We had a station that rocket hit almost in this bridge or even in this bridge. And all glass stayed like it didn't broke. And bridge also didn't broke. So strong bridge.
Miraculously, the bridge survived with minor damage. During the attack, the only person that was standing on the bridge managed to survive and escape unhurt. And he was the first person to take photos of the missile's remains. It's a beautiful bridge, with a beautiful view and a gorgeous green park behind it. I will say it like 100 times, but this city has so much greenery. And it makes it very calming to walk through it. But that's not all that's inspiring. Our next stop is their funicular, I don't know how to say it in English, funicular, which is surprisingly not an attraction, but a regular transport method. The ticket is literally the same as the one on the metro. But it's the same ticket as...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The shortest way to get from top Kyiv to the bottom one was under these queues we will be there. So it's like very beautiful street. It was like one of the oldest market streets in Kyiv. So and you will understand why. It still is.
The funicular leads to this lovely church, and I recommend you visit these Ukrainian churches so you can take cool pictures. No, but maybe it will make you reflect on how many miracles God does even in the most anxious times. For example, we still didn't get an air alert. You say this is a legendary restaurant, somehow.
It's not a restaurant, it's like Ukrainian traditional canteen.
We are just looking for Compot, yeah?
Compot.
Compot.
It's the lemonade made with lemongrass. This is compot. Uzvar, it's traditional Ukrainian compot made of dried fruits, plum and pear. But it has specific taste and not really, like, not everyone like it.
Should we try it? She's like, on every second place, you have to try this, you have to try that. But she went to Italy and I'm thirsty, so... Vegans would like this country.
It's very healthy. You don't like it? It's okay, I also don't like it. It's a traditional bread which you need to eat with borscht. Borscht we will eat at home. You should eat it with your hands, and it's called pampushka.
Ooh, spicy.
Pampushka.
We call it dukatové buchtičky, and we usually do it with vanilla pudding. 72 hryvnias.
No!
On the snake shore. They started making apocalyptic juices.
It's 21 p.m.
Yeah, let's get back to reality. And if you're wondering about the fair as well before, I'll show you a better place to see the whole city. And apart from their specific car culture, I noticed abroad that all Ukrainians own a piece of their cultural clothing. Let me show you. These vyshyvanky, like I don't even have Slovakian.
Almost every Ukrainian person has a vyshyvanky. Almost everyone. Like,
But do you get it on some occasion? Or
not on vacation, but
occasion? Like a special event. So that goes for the shirts, but they also have these tiny towels you might know from movies.
we don't use them as towels. We use them as oberich, something what can protect you from.
And to expand on discovering their culture, this is how much it costs to support a Ukrainian museum and access one of the highest use in Kyiv. It's kind of scary when they say 200 and then you realize it's like $4 for a student, €1. Hallelujah. It's the city of... It's not the city of angels. There's the wheel. It's lower than this. There's the church or water. I kind of want to see it. Is there anything else important?
Twins.
On our way down to the center, a random feeling hit me. What if I won't be able to go back to Europe? What if they won't allow me? But it quickly got away as we got into the oldest buns shop in Kyiv. Original recipes from hundreds of years ago. They tasted very farm-like and natural. You should try it, but I don't remember the prices since we got invited by Anastasia's very hospitable and friendly dad. But let's explore some more of Kyiv, like the Golden Gate, street musicians, and some more Orthodox churches, with our new friend, Ciela. And I just asked him why Ukrainians can't say 40. Like instead of 410 like all the other numbers, they just decided to give it a separate word, like dozen in English.
And we were like, for real, why Sorok? It doesn't make any sense. Sorok.
Really? It doesn't make any sense.
10, 20, 30, 40.
Why Sorok?
I don't know.
We started to talk
History
about
here.
It was Sorok, it was like a 410 jak będzie szkóra?
for
Fur, yeah.
I need more shots of the streets. You have very wide streets and very green streets.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised by that.
Greenest capitals and cities I met in Europe while I was traveling. It's like cool, and we'll have a forest inside.
Are you in Europe though?
we're in the center.
We're in the center at the same time as the border, because on one side is civilization, another is Russia, you know.
Like, who is this in the center? Like, how? Like, it's in the main road. Oh, I've been to 25 countries and this is the greenest capital I've ever seen. Lined with buildings hit by Russian bombs though. And yet, is this the prettiest university you've ever seen? This red madness has been on my bucket list for quite a long time now. And across this redness is an IKEA box. Hashtag assemble your hero? My tiny brain understood this only after we left. It's a mesh protecting the statue from falling over during bombing. And that is genius, my dear Ukraine. But that's not why we came here. The real reason is that Sieva lives very close to the front line and has some brutally real stories that should be told to the world.
When my mother entered my room and said, Seva, Vsevolod, the war has started.
I mean, he was the one who was hiding under a table when Russian soldiers were walking around their garden. The one whose neighborhood was messed with. Heck, he was the one that caught a tank shell.
It was horrible to see what was happening in this Zhytomyr road because there were dead bodies, there were dead people inside cars, some children, a lot of blood, something burning, something was like a lot of holes.
But there are so many more fascinating psychological questions in the interview. Check out my channel for the full documentary and how you can support the stories of young Ukrainians. You need to see one more thing in Kyiv. I just hope we'll make it there in time. But before that, let me show you how they bring water in the metro if it serves as a bombing bunker. I'll just stop for a moment for my best street photo from Ukraine. And I think you can see why.
So people here can drink water, especially like severe connected. People here during the bomb shelters can drink fresh water. So let's go.
That's kind of cool.
Спочатку було 3000.
А сколько людей тут зараз?
До 300 чоловік. А печи?
А там второй малыш.
Да? Подожди, где твои вещи? А, tu Алиса живет. А тут хто сусід у тебе? Антон сусід, так?
Oh yeah, and if you didn't know, they have a government app with everything.
We have an application, Kyiv REALLY, and actually here you can buy the ticket, you can have the information for air alerts, and also you can check the radiation level, because during the war they bombed this nuclear energy station, and they told that it was Ukraine. Like,
And that wouldn't be the first time Russia lied about their bombing targets. You really need some critical thinking to understand how the politic-news relationships work, especially in countries with pro-Russian governments. But you can only find the real truth about this if you know who owns the media you're reading it from. And that requires some advanced critical analysis. Oh no, we arrived way too late. Here you would usually see the humongous statue of Mother Ukraine and the largest Ukrainian flag that's like 24 times 60 meters and waves 90 meters in the air. Yeah, you can see it from miles away, which is probably why they turn it off at night and now you can't see much, other than the calming view of the night city. And that's where we say goodnight. Because in the next part we'll just be on our way and I'll try all the snacks that I bought in Ukraine in the bus and we'll see if they actually let me leave. Along with another guy I met in the bus.